Hello, so this is the first of one of our several tutorial videos which will give you example searches on how you can use the concepts and facets discussed in the guide to do some in-depth searching for late-breaking marijuana reform articles and information. So here we are on Google, and right off the bat we can just do a real simple one, utilizing our core concepts established earlier in the guide in marijuana legalization. And then we can just use the top concept in this section, which would be Congress. And right away, we see all sorts of results. It speaks to what we're looking for. Google, of course, gives us some scholarly articles. And then we hear right on top a Salon article, the first serious weed legalization bill ever just hit Congress. So there we go. Another one of our core concepts is a bill, which is, as we know, is what sparks reform in the political process. So if we take a look at this article, and we scroll down just a bit, we find the title of the bill, the Marijuana Justice Act, and its sponsor, Senator Cory Booker. So right away, we've already discovered two more concepts we could build upon, two more facets. The name of the bill, which is being introduced, and the person sponsoring it, Cory Booker, who's actually the New Jersey senator, believe it or not. And so there we can go ahead and refine our search. Now we could say Senator Cory Booker, Marijuana Justice Act. And here we have a litany of links that all discuss that specific legislation. And of course, we can go to news and get specific news articles about it. And of course, if we wanted to get very breaking things, here we have October 17th, less than 2 weeks, less than a week ago. But of course, we can go to time. Instead of just basically recent, we could even go as late as the past 24 hours. Nothing that recent. Let's try a week. And there we go. We have a couple of articles relating to this legislation. Here we have several more links that relate to it. And then going back, we could adjust our search even more to delve into different avenues on the federal level. Try marijuana legalization, and we can do Mitch McConnell, who, as we know, is the leader of the United States Senate. And nothing too recent, all the way back from 2014. It's not typical for legislative leaders to speak out on these kind of issues. But there you go. Here we have McConnell is against, legalization of marijuana at the federal level. And that is old, though. So could it be that there are more breaking issues, more breaking news on this? If we try for the past year as opposed to the past 3 years, it doesn't look like it. We can see from the headlines here, House GOP slams cannabis, anti-weed politicians. None of these headlines, revealing a quote from the politician himself. But that just shows you the different ways these concepts can be combined. You do one more. Marijuana legalization. Jeff Sessions, who, as was noted, is the leading law enforcement agent in the entire country. And right away, September 20th, 2017, Jeff Sessions slams marijuana legalization again. This shows that he has been a very outspoken person against this reform. Try the past week. Numerous breaking updates. Lawyers are ready to fight against it. A day ago, he said crackdown may be imminent. So something to take away from this, if you were a potential investor in the marijuana business industries, is that it might be, a time to back off and wait, because you would not want any potential investment to be wrapped up in a criminal enterprise and a criminal prosecution. And so one more thing we could do here is go to our suggested resource, congress.gov, and take a look at its search engine capabilities. Right away, we have a basic search where we can add in marijuana legalization. And we get 14 results. All of them speaking to the disconnect that happens at the state level, where some states have legalized despite the federal law, which dictates they really shouldn't be able to do that. Here we have a number of parameter modifiers we could do: legislation, congressional records, committee reports, which aren't exact bills. We have the dates of Congress, the current one going 2017 through 2018, or the last one, which was the previous 2 years. Bill types, status of legislation. There's various stages a bill goes through. Just because it's introduced doesn't mean it will ever be considered by the floor if the leadership deems it not worth their time and effort. And of course, they have an advanced search option as well. All sorts of Congresses going back, all years of Congresses going back more than 20 years. You can go farther. You have that basic text-based search option again with legislation and law numbers. We have a words and phrases things. We can do all fields, including the bill text. All fields except the bill text, so that would be like, headliners, metadatas. Legislation types, we could break it down by both bodies of Congress. If you wanted to check just the House or just the Senate. Subject policies. Search by action again. Legislation moves in stages. A quick list of those things again. Passed, agreed in the House, passed, agreed in the Senate. The conference committee, vetoes and pocket vetoes. Sponsors and co-sponsors, and committees. So if we use this here, we could try a cool little advanced search. We'll do marijuana, justice, searching the title and the summary with word variants. And we know that the sponsor from the article is Senator Cory Booker. We'll just type in Booker. And let's give it a go. And just like that, we have Senate Bill 1689, the Marijuana Justice Act 2017, introduced by Senator Cory Booker not too long ago, on August 1st, 2017. And unfortunately, the last action that was read twice and refers to the Committee on the Judiciary, which means it is probably dead on arrival due to the fact that Mitch McConnell, as we saw, who leads the Senate, is not very favorable to marijuana reform. Efforts. And with the harsh talk from Attorney General Jeff Sessions, as an investor in a marijuana business, one should take pause at the federal resistance to this movement.